Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rob Kamranpoor, and welcome to the 7th episode of RK Leadership. Today I will be talking about choosing your team and diversity and inclusion. Hiring and building your team is an essential part of leadership. This will determine your success or failure and headaches in your business or parts of your organization. This is why it's so important to have good leaders placed in various lines of businesses within your organization. These leaders are responsible for hiring and building their teams. Throughout my career, I have witnessed and have heard many horror stories of various managers, and I'm sure that some of these stories will resonate with you or someone you know has experienced this. Here's some key points when it comes to hiring or building your team. Always try to hire people that are smarter than you. You don't have to have insecurities that, oh, this person will take over my job or make me look bad. It's actually the opposite. These are the people that are going to be more engaged, able to help you solve problems, come up with ideas, are more creative, and they'll actually make you look good. Look for people with leadership potential. Remember, your job as a leader is to develop future leaders. Look for people who are positive and have strong communication skills. Again, that's very important in leadership. Now let's talk about diversity and inclusion. Remember that inclusion means everyone. Have an open mind or you'll miss out on great talent. Don't pick favorites. Other people on the team will see this and this will discredit you. It will disengage your people on the team and you'll lose trust. And this will create a lot of animosity within the team. Stay consistent. Don't just let it be about a ticky box in the organization because that's the initiative that's out there. People are not stupid. They see when somebody who's not a fit that's being placed in that role just for optics. This sends a wrong message and diminishes trust. You should always select the most qualified and deserving person, regardless of their age, sex, ethnicity, etc. I've hired females, minorities, elder people, or I like to call more experienced people, and I never look back. And that's, especially when you have younger people on the team, you need that mentorship with the more experienced people. I don't think about any aspect other than, are they the right fit for the role? Can they do the job? Can they learn? Are they a team player? And most important of all, do they have the right attitude? Here's another area I want to discuss and share with you a few stories with you guys, and that you might experience in your career. The first one is never hold people against their will on the team. So recently I had someone reach out to me, and they stated that they've been with the company for a while and they wanted to apply to another role, and because they're a good employee, the manager decided to not only block them from applying to this other position, but also they went out of their way to come up with reprimanding this individual, this employee. In this part, let's talk about interviewing. Get candidates to conduct a presentation on any topic that you want to assign to them. This will show you their creativity, their communication skills, their confidence to present in front of other senior people, etc. On the resume, look for volunteering positions. This will demonstrate leadership skills, team working, giving back to the community, and you'll know that they're not just motivated by money. Look for sports on the resume. Have they played any sports? Teamwork, leadership, communication, that resides with sports. Ask them about the last 5 books that they've read. This will show their values, passions, and interests. My rule is that you can train people to learn skills, but you can never change someone's character. Therefore, hire for character and train for skills. Ask a question whether they take accountability for their mistakes or they like to point the finger at others. Ask them about their 3 to 5 goals that they have in their personal or professional life, and this will show you whether they have any goals at all or any plans to achieve those goals. Their values and their habits will also come up on those. Next part is making difficult decisions. Remember that you have to discipline people if needed. You have to document all incidences, and you have to have the difficult conversations. To be honest, and do not sugarcoat things. Remember that if you've got an employee that's not pulling their weight, you have to hold them accountable. And this means, documenting what they've done, giving them that feedback, that timely feedback, and you're not waiting until the end of the year to provide this feedback. And as things are progressing, for the worse, you have to go through that progressive discipline. And, depending on what your company policy is, you follow that policy. You make sure that HR is aware of what's going on. And, you have to take action, whether it's, letter of expectation. You put them on a PIP, which is a performance improvement plan. And if all of this doesn't work, then the final straw is the dismissal. But you cannot wait, and you cannot have people just sitting there slacking off, because everyone on the team looks at that. And if you're not doing anything about it, people will hold you accountable. And the last part of this segment I want to talk to you guys about is HR. Ensure that you build a relationship with your HR at your organization. Be very open and honest with them. Involve them in the hiring and discipline process. Ask them for advice. Remember that they are the subject matter experts, and they can help you along the way. With respect to any policy, anything that goes on within the HR realm, you always want to have HR involved. You will always want to go to them, and even if you want to bounce ideas off them, it's good to have them involved, because they can, there's policies and procedures, or there's certain things that you might not be aware of, where your HR partner can help you out with that, and they can guide you in the right direction. Especially if you're new to the leadership role, there's a lot of things you might not know, and they're great at giving you advice and helping you out. And I'm sure that many companies have great HR people in place to help not only employees but also leaders in the company. And the last part of this segment I want to talk to you guys about is HR. Ensure that you build a relationship with your HR at your organization. Be very open and honest with them. Involve them in the hiring and discipline process. Ask them for advice. Remember that they are the subject matter experts, and they can help you along the way. With respect to any policy, anything that goes on within the HR realm, you always want to have HR involved. You will always want to go to them, and even if you want to bounce ideas off them, it's good to have them involved, because they can, there's policies and procedures, or there's certain things that you might not be aware of, where your HR partner can help you out with that, and they can guide you in the right direction. Especially if you're new to the leadership role, there's a lot of things you might not know, and they're great at giving you advice and helping you out. And I'm sure that many companies have great HR people in place to help not only employees but also leaders in the company. That will wrap it up for this episode, and please stay tuned for my weekly videos, where I will be discussing the various areas of leadership in greater detail to help you become a successful leader. I greatly appreciate your time, and please subscribe to this channel if you found it useful. And if you have any questions or comments, please make sure you send them to me, and I'll make sure I'll get back to you. Remember that you don't need a title to lead, and a title doesn't make you a leader. So get out there and practice your leadership skills. Take care.